Hello, in this video, we continue to read the book, The Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. And in this one, he's saying, know what real risk is. Video number 58. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. For my returning viewers, I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Remember to always like the video and leave a comment. Even if you come on a premiere, please remember to leave a comment before you leave. For those who are seeing me for the first time, welcome. And let me show you what I do here. My name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And here I have a daily schedule. So daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I read books. I'm reading the Cashflow Quadrant book. Those are business tips on the schedule. That's the time is 9:30 a.m. USA Eastern Time. You have to know to check the equivalent of where you are. And then on Thursday, around the same time, I drive. I like driving around in USA. I show you places. The recent one, I was driving at night. But sometimes I just interview someone. So that's why I call it free day, Thursday. Friday, I come live. We discuss anything to do with success. Then Saturday, affiliate marketing day. For those of you interested in earning money online, I dedicated that day. It's a recent change I just made. If you are interested in one topic, affiliate marketing, come on Saturday. Sunday, motivation. And then the motivation one, I change the time also and put it a little bit later because of my viewers, especially in Africa. The rest of the days, is my videos are coming like at 4 p.m. their time, so they're still working. So I said, let's leave the Sunday to be motivational day, then let's put it a little bit later so that they can all also come and join us. So if I'm from Africa or from where 9:30 a.m. US Eastern Time sounds so early, too early for you, come on Sunday. Okay, that's the schedule. Now, remember this video is, I called it Know What Real Risk Is. It's video number 58 from this book, The Cashflow Quadrant. And the book is called The Cashflow Quadrant. This is for the new ones. Those who haven't watched me read this book, I have to keep showing you the quadrant. Because Robert says that you earn money from 4 quadrants. And he's correct. He came up with this. He says on the left, you're either an employee or you're a self-employed person or small business owner. Or on the right, you are a large business owner or you are an investor. All these videos has explained what all that means. But I have to keep reminding you that that's why we are reading the book. And number 58, I just told you what it's all about. But number 57, the video we finished before, was, he called it, Train Your Brain to See Money. That's what he said. So what I do, I have like a playlist of all of them, starting from number 1 to now, number 58. So to find that, I put in a pinned comment, also an end screen. It will come. When you click on the end screen, it will take you to all the videos. You can skip. When you see the title I gave the video, you can say, I don't like that, you skip. And then in the description too, I put it there again. And the other thing is, this book is free, audio. Audio is free for 1 month. So the link in the description. And also, but if you want to buy a physical book, I made it very convenient for you now. It's right close to the top in the description. You can go get it from Amazon.com. That one you have to pay. Okay, 58. Now we are reading 58. Yes, 57 was the one which was Train Your Brain to See Money. Now 58. So I'm going to read. And remember I said it's called Know What Risk Is. So that's what he started with here. He said, know what risk is. He's writing. The second step. Remember these videos, I just break it up. When I get a lesson, I break and I read again, I break. So it's a continuation. So if you didn't watch 57, you follow, but he's just continuing. So it would be best if you went and watched the other one also. So he said, the second step in train your brain, because he was teaching us to train our brains to see money. The second step in training your brain to see money is to learn to recognize what real risk is. When people say to me that investing is risky, I simply say, investing is not risky. Being uneducated is risky. Investing is much like flying. If you've been to flight school, and spent a number of years gaining experience, then flying is fun and exciting. But if you've never been to flight school, I'd leave the flying to someone else. Now he has another subtitle. Bad advice is risky. Rich Dad firmly believed that any financial advice was better than no financial advice. He was a man with an open mind. He was cautious and listened to many people, but he relied ultimately on his own financial intelligence to make his decisions. If you don't know anything, this is in quotes, I think Rich Dad is saying, yes. If you don't know anything, then any advice is better than no advice. But if you can't tell the difference between bad advice and good advice, then that's risky. Rich Dad firmly believed that most people struggle financially because they operate on financial information handed down from parents to child. And most people don't come from financially sound families. He often said, bad financial advice is risky, and most of the bad advice is handed out at home, not from what is said, but from what is done. Children learn by example more than words. So then he has another subtitle. Your advisors are only as smart as you. Let me see where I'm going to end. Okay. I want you to say before that this one is going to be a little bit longer, not too long, but longer than the previous one. Okay, Rich Dad said, remember the subtitle is, Your advisors are only as smart as you. Rich Dad said, your advisors can only be as smart as you are. If you are not smart, they can't tell you that much. If you are financially well educated, competent advisors can give you more sophisticated financial advice. If you are financially naive, they must by law offer you only safe and secure financial strategies. If you are an unsophisticated investor, they can only offer low risk, low yield investments. They often recommend diversification for unsophisticated investors. Few advisors choose to take the same advice. Few advisors choose to take the time to teach you because their time is money. So, if you will take it upon yourself to become financially educated and manage your money well, then a competent advisor can inform you about investments and strategies that few will ever see. But first, you must do your part to get educated. Always remember, your advisor can only be as smart as you. And then he has another subtitle. Is your banker lying to you? Rich Dad has had several bankers he dealt with. They were an important part of his financial team. While he was close friends with and respected his bankers, he always felt that he had to watch out for his own best interests, just as he expected the bankers to look out for their own best interests. After my 1974 investment experience, he asked me this. When a banker said that your house is an asset, is he telling you the truth? Since most people are not financially literate and don't know the game of money, they often must take the opinion and advice of people they tend to trust. If you're not financially literate, then you need to trust someone you hope is. Many people invest or manage their money based on someone else's recommendation more than their own, and that's risky. They are not lying. This is the subheading. They are just not telling you the whole truth. That's the subheading. The fact is that when a banker says your home is an asset, they are not really lying to you. They're just not telling you the whole truth. When your house is an asset, they simply don't say whose asset it is. If you read financial statements, it's easy to see that your house is not your asset. It is the bank's asset. Remember my Rich Dad's definition of an asset and a liability from Rich Dad Poor Dad. An asset puts, these are quotes, an asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. People on the left side don't really need to remember. Left side, those are employees and self-employed and small business owners. People on the left don't really need to know the difference. Most of them are happy to feel secure in their jobs, have a nice house. They think that, I think it's talking about employees and self-employed. Maybe not necessarily small business owners. I don't know. I think business owners they think a little bit different. That's what I think. I'm interrupting the reading. Let me read it again. People on the left side don't really need to know the difference. Most of them are happy to feel secure in their jobs, have a nice house they think that they own, are proud of, and think they're in control of. I think those are employees. Nobody will take it away from them as long as they make those payments. But people on the right side need to know the difference. Being financially literate and financially intelligent means being able to understand the big picture of money. Financial astute people know that a mortgage doesn't show up as an asset, but as a liability on your balance sheet. Your mortgage actually shows up as an asset on your balance sheet across town. It shows up as an asset on a banker's balance sheet. Right now, he's just showing you like a balance sheet showing asset and liability, but not much there. And yes, I'm about to finish. Anyone who has taken accounting knows that a balance sheet must balance. But where does it balance? It doesn't really balance on your balance sheet. So he's showing that your house is somewhere else on someone else's balance sheet. And he says that in accounting, you'd show the value of your home as an asset and the mortgage as a liability. Also an important point to note is that the value of your home Also, an important point to note is that the value of your home is an opinion that fluctuates with the market. While your mortgage is a definite liability not affected by the market, sorry, I have to read it again because that's one sentence. Also, an important point to note is that the value of your home is an opinion that fluctuates with the market. While your mortgage is a definite liability not affected by the market. So, which means the house value can change, but then the mortgage will not change. It's a fixed amount. So, for a B and I, that's a business owner and investor, the value of your home is not considered an asset because it does not generate cash flow. So, for the person who's business minded and investment minded, or they think of anything that can bring them some cash out, like every month or every year, whatever period it is, that's the one they want to call an asset. But your house, no. So that's the end of 58, but it will be a continuation of 59, because in 59, I know he had used the word mortgage. I'll be defining it in the next video, because if you're not familiar what a mortgage is, I'll find out a technical definition and record it for you in the next video in 59. That's the end 58. And I had something here. I put a note to add my takeaway for this. Remember somewhere he said that your advisor can only be as smart as you are. I've seen that in real life. Because for those of you who follow me, I mentioned that I own a company. But then I thought about if I didn't have, my background is in accounting and economics and those kind of things. So I'm thinking, if you started a business and you didn't know anything about accounting, because in my company I have a CPA. In America, they call them certified public accountants. They're also everywhere they are there, but they are all different a little bit. When you are a CPA in USA, is not the same as a CPA, for example, in the UK. They are different, but the title is the same, but what they do is very different. Because in America, we have the federal system. So an accountant, a CPA in the other system may not be able to handle the CPA stuff in USA. So they are really very technical people. But there's some, when they do my books, that their statement they produce, I know that if I didn't have an accounting knowledge that I have, I would say, how do you even talk to these people? Because the main person for my company, the company I hire, is a female, the CPA. Okay, she has other like bookkeepers. So when you're talking to bookkeepers, okay, it's easier. You're talking sales and your receipts and what you spend. But when you get to talk to her, to the other one, the one who prepares the financial statements at the end of the year, oh my God, you have to be familiar with the terms she's throwing out. So I feel like if you start a business and you really want to grow, you want to grow it big, you need to know these terms, like these simple things, that what they mean and how they show up in the papers, and what do they mean when they bring you, like they can, at the end of the year, they can. I told a story when I made a loss, when in my clinic business, that was some years ago. For the first time I made a loss in business, I say, what's this? Because what they do, they just prepare the statements and say, oh, those are your statements. So, oh, sign those off, you're paying taxes. But if you don't know how to read what it is, I don't think she even mentioned that you made a loss. She just says, oh, those are your statements. But if you know how to read the statements, then you see what happened. So, like he said, your advisor cannot be as smart as you are. They don't mention it. They don't even talk about it. You just go blind and not even know what's going on in your business. And if you ask, they're going to respond with terms you don't even understand. So please, let's get the knowledge. That's my conclusion. Let's get the knowledge. Let's be familiar with what's going on. Assuming you want to get in this world, you have to be familiar with the terms and what they mean and how they affect you. Okay? That's my video today. Please, I hope it's not getting too technical and boring. It's worth it. Please leave a comment. And remember, there are links in the description and the link in the pinned comment and the end screen. Like I always end them, I say take very good care of yourself, take very good care of your families, take very good care of your health. Take a step to better you. Bye-bye.